The bell over the diner door jingled, and no one knew that everything about to happen would end up changing the lives of everyone inside. If you're listening now, stay with me until the end, because what starts as a moment of cruelty becomes a lesson in courage, kindness, and the power of standing up for what's right. And if the story moves you, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It truly helps us bring more real, human stories to light. It all began on a quiet Thursday evening at Penny's Diner, the kind of place where the neon lights flickered and the smell of frying bacon wrapped around you like a warm blanket. A few regulars sat in their usual booths, a tired waitress refilled coffee cups, and the hum of conversation was soft and familiar. At a corner booth sat Lily, a girl no older than 16. She had a bright pink notebook open in front of her and a gentle smile that appeared only when she thought no one was watching. Lily was disabled, her left leg weakened by a childhood accident, her movements slow but determined. She came to the diner often after school, partly because her mother worked late shifts, partly because she loved to write stories while sipping hot chocolate with extra whipped cream. But tonight wasn't like other nights. Across the diner, 3 boys, high school seniors, loud, restless, and constantly looking for trouble, spotted Lily sitting alone. Their smirks said everything. They were the kind of bullies who loved finding someone they believed couldn't fight back. Someone like Lily. They approached her booth with fake grins and cruel eyes. "Hey, Princess Limp," one of them sneered, tapping her notebook with a greasy finger. "Writing fairy tales again." Lily froze, her fingers gripping the edge of the table. She tried to pull the notebook away, but one of the boys snatched it from her hands. "Give it back," she said softly. They didn't. Instead, they flipped through her pages, laughing at every line she'd poured her heart into. Then, as she reached up to grab it, one boy shoved her shoulder hard. She stumbled awkwardly due to her weak leg and landed painfully against the booth. The slap came next, sharp, loud, humiliating. Her cheek burned, but the worst pain came from the way everyone in the diner went silent and looked away. No one wanted trouble. No one wanted to step in. Lily blinked through tears, her voice trembling. "Please, just stop." The boys laughed, dropped her notebook to the floor, and walked back to their table like they'd won something. Lily picked up the notebook with shaking hands. A few tears fell onto the pages, smearing the ink. She thought about leaving, but she felt too broken, too embarrassed to move. And then, about an hour later, everything changed. The bell over the door jingled again, but this time the sound seemed heavier. More purposeful. 5 bikers stepped inside, leather jackets, boots like thunder, the air shifting around them. They weren't the kind of people you ignored. They were big, rugged, the type who looked like they'd lived a lifetime of road dust and hard lessons. The leader, a tall man with gray flecks in his beard and a deep scar running across his eyebrow, scanned the diner slowly. They took a booth, ordered coffee, sat quietly. But they noticed everything, including Lily's red, swollen cheek, and the 3 boys who kept snickering whenever they glanced her way. After a moment, the leader leaned toward the waitress and asked, "What happened to the girl?" The waitress hesitated, torn between fear and guilt. She whispered what she'd seen, and the biker's jaw tightened. Without a word, he stood up. Lily didn't look up until she realized someone was standing beside her. When she saw the biker towering over the table, she flinched. "You all right, sweetheart?" he asked gently, his voice surprisingly soft. She nodded quickly, even though it wasn't true. "You mind telling me who did that to you?" Her eyes drifted toward the boys. That was enough. The bikers rose in unison, like a storm gathering strength. They walked toward the Bullies table, and the entire diner held its breath. One of the boys tried to act tough. Can we help you?" The leader placed both hands on their table and leaned in so they had no choice but to look up at him. "You see that girl? The one you decided to use as a punching bag instead of acting like decent human beings." The boys swallowed hard. "That's not how men behave," he continued, voice low and steady. "Real men protect people who need it. They don't hurt them." The bullies tried to mumble excuses, but the leader cut them off with a raised hand. "No, you're gonna apologize. And you're gonna mean it." And they did. With shaking voices and eyes glued to the floor, they walked over to Lily, returning her notebook and muttering an apology so quiet she almost didn't hear it. But the biker crouched beside her, making sure she felt safe. "You didn't deserve what they did," he said. People will try to break you because they see something in you they don't have, strength. Don't you ever forget that. Lily didn't know what to say, but she felt something warm replace the ache inside her. Gratitude, hope, maybe even a little courage. Before leaving, the bikers bought Lily a slice of pie, signed her notebook with encouraging messages, and told her to keep writing her stories. One wrote, "The world needs more hearts like yours. Don't let anyone dim your light." As they rode away, the rumble of their motorcycles echoed through the small town like a promise: kindness still exists. Courage still exists. And sometimes, heroes wear leather and ride on two wheels. Lily went home that night holding her notebook to her chest, not because she feared losing it, but because it had become a reminder of everything she learned. She was stronger than she realized, and there would always be people willing to stand up for what's right. And if you're here listening, remember this too: it costs nothing to be kind, but it means everything to someone who needs it. If this story touched your heart, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Stories like this deserve to be heard, and your support helps us keep sharing them with the world.